Right now it's 8:30. Our first call's at 10 o'clock. We have a super busy day today. Not that I'm keeping track, but I think we tied a record for the amount of meetings we have today. So I gotta make sure we get to our next location as soon as possible to be all set up because we have a pitch. Actually, we have 3 pitches. On top of that, a lot of meetings with potential more investors to streamline and close this $2 million, which is the goal, with $200,000 trying to close by the end of this video. Super important we get out and do this as soon as possible. So I'm not wasting any more time. Let's do it.
There's no escaping. Once my blade starts scraping, niggas flaking. One of the MCs is shaking. Watch more than me, make more niggas bleed so swift. Jagged eyes,
it's the venomous villain, his headed fingers still got the metal in him. Get in your business and he meddle in it, the lead'll kill him. But the pen is ill and it don't get no better with the penicillin. Bloodstains be painting ceilings like Michelangelo. This Michelangelo low blow, you whack rappers never winning. Shed his skin and bred a lizard. Tongue never hidden, Ghidra smelled the shit y'all peddling. It stank of lies, and them tranquilizers could never kill him. Head still spinning from the ketamine they give him. But he forever spirited, don't try to level with him. Still eat them beef wraps, y'all cheesy as feta filling. Doom complex is the definition of metaphysics. A legend in them streets, but the mask prevent him from reaching.
That was fucking insane. I'm exhausted. Back to work. That workout absolutely kicked my butt. It was literally toes to bars, 50-pound lunges, jump ropes, front squats, the whole 9 yards. I'm still out of breath, but I ended up finishing first in the entire class. So we're gonna keep that first place mentality in throughout the rest of the week. Honestly, throughout the rest of the time building this company, we're gonna keep cooking. But I have to go back. I have a content strategy meeting at 1:30, and then I have a regulatory meeting this evening, a meeting with the engineering team, and a meeting with one of my friends I've known for a couple years ago, or a couple years now, who has a huge company. They just raised a massive Series A. So excited to chat with them, but let's get back right now and do it. Before we have this meeting at 1:30, which is 8 minutes from now, I had a surprise for me show up at the door, and I want to open it with you guys. As we're scaling up production, we're trying to make sure that our supply is going to be able to meet the demand on the day of launch, which is still 8 months out, but I like to be proactive rather than reactive so we can make sure that we're staying on task. And part of that is making sure that we can make product over and over, and it's going to have the same compliance level, which is tip-top shape, top 2 and it's not 2 every single time. So that also means, so far we've made 5 of these in existence, and you guys have seen it multiple times now, but it's cool knowing that we're moving forward and building some more product. Oh, this feels amazing. Okay, so now I can send this to our investor for the $100,000 that we're looking to close by the end of this video, because he was asking, can I get more product to give it out and show more people? And I was like, of course, but we just need to make sure we get it back. So now we have 2 of these. We have an extra 10 pieces of tape that are coming in, and I'll probably put in a material purchase order for another 10, just so we have as many pieces of tape as possible, so we can demo it on these investors that we're onboarding, and make sure that, first of all, we close $1 million by the end of this year, where we have 2 months and 3 days now, which plenty of time. I think we're going to be able to easily do it. But the other thing is making sure that by the end of this video, we get this $100,000.
Math strong as amphetamines. Any man who wanna get it, then send him in. This shit isn't difficult. You kids are illiterate. I'm slick with a rhythm, and I'm so sick I think I just slipped on my own vomit. In fact, I'm sick to death like I choked on it. I'm barbaric and robotic. 4 jetpacks and a few rocket devices. You're jet lagged cause you're not where the sky is. And this a full...
We officially made it with 30 minutes to spare, which is awesome, because I'm meeting with a founder that you guys have met before, and he's been super helpful up to this point. He's raised like $60 million for his company, which is insane. They've done a ton in revenue. He operates in the same space, and he's willing to introduce us to his investors, his individual investors that got him off the ground in terms of investment, because a lot of the companies in this space, investors like seeing revenue before they invest. But what's tough with a company in my sector specifically is we can't generate revenue until we get through the FDA. And his process was very similar, but it took him 10 years instead of the 8 months it's going to take us. So let's make sure we get inside with enough time to sit down and chat with him.
Startup challenges.
Well, it's because of your advice.
Okay.
Well, I was taking everything you were saying. I was really trying to apply it to the new pitch deck, and like pretty much like the story was wrong, and everything that you had said for my meeting, like the meeting that we had last time, plus this, I meet with another founder who was saying almost word for word what you were saying. So I was like, okay, I need to make a little bit of a change here. And since then, obviously, yeah, we had some success with the pitch competitions. Like, we have another one this coming week. And, like, with the funds and stuff, like, we started closing money, too. I mean, we still have to raise a lot more, but we got $100,000 or $110,000 committed between two investors. So one's $100,000, one's $10,000. So he's always been super helpful. He's going to connect us to people who helped him raise over $60 million directly. And these are people who are professional fundraisers, so it's a super cool, but also tedious process. So I have to send an email over to him. He's also connecting us with people from Y Combinator to see what we're missing to get into the program, which is super thoughtful of him as well. And I just got our check. Unfortunately, you don't go and cash those big checks from the competitions. I actually thought that you did. One of my biggest things that I've always wanted was a big check, and now we've gotten like 4 of them or something crazy. So when you accomplish a dream, then you just get to chase another one, which is super cool. But I had to deposit this, and then the rest of the day is going to be responding to these funds, setting up more meetings, getting ready for the pitch tomorrow, the pitch on Thursday to close as much money as possible. And then, I mean, we have a huge pitch, again, a competition in person next week that we have to prep for now because it's going to take a while. And this one's bigger than the last one, so we can't mess this up.
There's no escaping. Once my blade starts scraping, niggas flaking. One of the MCs is shaking. What's more than me, make more niggas bleed so swift.
I have a meeting in the next 5 minutes with an attorney who was one of the people at the Startup Lehigh Valley competition that I had met. And afterwards, he stopped me and he was like, hey, I think you should have won tonight. Here's my card. If you need investors or anything, please reach out and we'll set up a time to chat because I want to get you connected with people who are going to fund you. So we'll see in what capacity that is, because you guys know, just based off of watching all these videos, that most people are a lot more talk than they are action, I guess. I don't know. And I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just saying it's like, it's a reoccurring theme that you just kind of have to get used to be able to weed out the people who are serious and the people who are just trying to get in the fluff. And most of the time, honestly, just sell you some sort of service. So let's do it. And then directly after that, we're going to pack up and get ready to go home because I have 5 more meetings tonight, including a engineering meeting that we have to take on the way home to check in with the team and make sure everything is going good on the manufacturing and distribution side, because we have to get product from overseas, from the United States. There's a bunch of different stars that have to align for this process to go right. So we have the best people in the world working on it, and we got to check in with them on the way home. And once we get home, I got a little surprise. We're going to get lunch with some of our investors that is at the same spot that you guys saw a couple weeks ago when we met with other investors. Completely unrelated, and they both picked the same spots, which is hilarious in my opinion. But we're going to go sign and finalize documents, get everything set up. I have to give some of the product out to them so they can use it, try it, test it, whatever. So it's super, super exciting stuff. And I'm excited to bring everybody along because this could be a very pivotal part in the company where we are officially signing, bringing on, and this could change everything right here, right now. But I have to get packed to make sure that we're on time because it's not a super far drive, but it's far enough that we could get in traffic or stuck or whatever, and I want to make sure I'm always on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. Always keep that in mind. They're adding another person too, so it's going to be 3 investors that we're going to try and sign and see what we can get done. Let's go! All right, I just got here, and I've actually been to this place before, literally to meet another investor. You guys have seen it in other videos if you've been following along, but there's 3 guys that are coming, and you guys have seen 2 of them already in other videos, and I've pitched to 1. Maybe you heard the pitch of the 3rd one, but I'm excited. So we're going to be meeting here, getting lunch, obviously chatting about everything, and see if we can sign some papers. So they just officially signed on for 85 grand right there, which is unbelievable. So now we're setting everything up, and then the money should be here within this month, which is an insanely amazing feeling. Now we have to get back. I have a pitch at 2 p.m. And then we have a pitch at 3 and a pitch at 4:30. So we're just gonna keep getting more signatures and bringing in more money. That's what it's all about. But this does mean now that when this comes in, we at least, at the very least, have the $100,000 match to get $200,000 in at the end of the year, which means we'll get through the 510K process, which means it's enough to make us money. It's enough to be able to get us through the process to be able to make money. But let's keep rocking. Check out our spooky season newsletter that just came out. Look how dope this looks. Oh my gosh. Came out even better than we imagined. Look at that. 2 YouTube videos at the end. We have a very busy day. I don't even know what's going on at these points. It's all just like, everything is just... You guys saw that we had signed those papers yesterday, and now we have more meetings to sign more papers, which is super exciting. So we're starting with a meeting right now. I have to meet with a physical therapist that I'm already late for. One of our investors that wants to put in 100 grand. They want us to meet with a physical therapist just to get more customer segmentation, get more market feedback and stuff. So that's pretty cool of them. We have a content meeting, and then right from then, we have a huge pitch competition at the end of the week. I told you guys that by the end of this video, the goal was to have 100 grand raised, and you literally saw it live of me getting 85 grand. So now at the very least with this conversation today, we're trying to get at least 15 to get to that 100 grand, which means the other investors will match that 100 grand at the end of the year, and we'll get $230,000. So, dude, little by little, little becomes a lot. That's what it's all about. And then I'm pitching in a huge pitch competition next week in Philadelphia for $15,000, kind of similar to the one that you guys saw. I have a meeting with an accelerator program that actually reached out to me about being a member. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm leaving to go to the country club again that I am not a partner of. I would love to be, but it's my friend who said he wants to invest and obviously rip some pickleball, and I can never say no to some pickleballs. And I have an investor call on the way, and then I'm gonna go play pickleball, talk to him there, and then I have a pitch at 3 p.m. while I'm at the country club, and then we're coming home and making sure that we finish that entire pitch process. I know I say it a lot, but finding that thing that you want to make or sell that provides significant value to other people to the point that they, number one, want to buy it and make a part of their every single day routine, and number two is financially back you, investing in what it is that gets you excited and out of bed every single day. It is the absolute coolest, most fulfilling feeling I think that you can have as a person, past any other accomplishment in life, which is why creating something of value that you can build off of for potentially a lifetime is amazing. Now, we're getting ready to go. He asked if I can meet right now. So that's perfect. I'm gonna call him, and then I'm gonna grab a change of clothes for lunch. So I have to go back in, and then let's do this. I didn't film the conversation very much that we had, and we spent a good bit of time playing pickleball and talking business while we were playing pickleball. So a little bit of a breakdown of what happened throughout the entire day. He had said that, like, I've known him for a while, and he was like, look, you guys made so much progress, and I'm trying to figure out, like, I want to become more involved now. He's like, pretty much he sees that this is a real thing, an opportunity, and we're bringing in real money. And he was like, I want to be more involved. But now it's like, what way would that be? So we're talking about investing, having him come on, whatever capacity it is. That's kind of where the ground sits right now. And I think he'd be sick because he's a really good friend of mine, but he's also like a very intelligent dude. So I think having somebody like that in your corner who wants the best for you and the company as well, it's the kind of guys and girls that I really want to work with. So it's super fun. And this entire time that I've been home now, because it's like 10 o'clock right now, even though I don't have my watch on, we are set up with the entire regulatory team as well. And I'm excited that literally all of us are now connected and starting to be this like machine. There's 9 of us. So it's going to just be the next 10 months of us cooking everything. So I'm super excited about that. But I mean, we've raised you guys saw the entire process of us getting and bringing in that 85K, and it's been a 8-month process to get that. It was 8 months, and now it's like this streamlined effect of like, we're just going to continue piling on. We have so many meetings already set up for next week. I have to spend the rest of the night going through more and setting up everything for next week. And on top of that, we have the huge pitch competition too. So those are, I mean, it's for 15 grand if we win. Even if we don't win, it's good publicity, right? Like they're just fun events to continue to grow Lectra's image. But throughout the rest of the night, that's the entire process of what I'm gonna be doing. And then throughout the weekend, we're gonna be doing everything we can to bring in more money. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. One really important thing that I've learned from going through the process of building my business Lectra over the last 4.5 years is success brings more stress, and it's just kind of something that you adapt to as you're adjusting to the person you're becoming through taking it from one level of the ladder up to the next, up to the next, up to the next. And I had a conversation with my dad about it yesterday where it's like, I remember when I would go take a physics test in high school, or I would take an organic chem test in the earlier years of college, I would be so nervous going to the test. I would be cramming like 48 hours before. I'd spend the entire 48 hours in the library, like going over and over and over and over things like I thought I already knew, and I knew I already knew, but I would consistently keep telling myself like, well, what if I come to the test tomorrow and I forget this part? Or what if I get to this one specific problem and it's not the exact same way that it was in the practice set? And then I would get into the test itself, my hands would sweat so bad I could put my hand down and it would stick to the paper. Like, it was things like that. And then I got to the process of when I started Lectra when I was a freshman in college, and like I would write speeches that I knew that I was going to be speaking in front of hundreds of people, and it's like I'd be freaking out every single time I would crush the speech. But it was like I would prep so long for something that I already knew. And as I went through the process of doing this over and over, speaking to bigger crowds, talking to people who were, I don't want to, more important is not a good word, but like they have more esteem in the, or like business acumen and whatever you're working towards, it's like none of that matters. Like, as long as you keep doing you, you're the best you can be. And my soccer coach always say, like, you can't control adversity, but you can control your response to it. Shit's gonna go wrong, things are gonna happen, but it's not about what goes wrong, it's about your response to how that happens. So now when things go awry, and the reason I brought this up in the first place is like, when you're in charge, you're the product of the company. You're not the product of yourself. Like, you can't react on how it makes you feel. You have to react on what's in the best interest of the company. So now when I look at things, I always take a step back, take a deep breath, and my reaction was like, well, how would this affect the company if I reacted rashly or like a certain way? So when problems arise and situations present themselves, my first response isn't to get angry, it's not to get upset, it's not to get sad or whatever, it's to solve the problem. And usually in doing that, it's like you have to understand what's in the best interest for the company. And as I've been doing this process more and more, you have to make bigger decisions. There's more money involved, there's more people involved. Like, you're gonna be paying people salaries, that's their livelihood. Maybe they have family, they have kids, they have a wife, whatever it is. Like, you have to be able to consistently be thinking of others and how your situations or how your decision making is going to affect them. So success comes with stress, so I've found ways to help de-stress it through CrossFit. I mean, if you guys have been watching the videos, you see that I mitigate a lot of my stress through working out, and right now it's like I was feeling pretty stressed this weekend about making sure that we got this $100,000 in and the massive pitch that's coming up next week in front of a couple hundred people again. So I'm gonna take a quick cool down run. It's what it's about. It's about finding what you like to do, what helps you de-stress, and surrounding yourself. The number one most important thing is surrounding yourself with people who help build you, not break you. I'm gonna go hit this run.